Days before the official announcement, a Chinese-Canadian human rights activist named Shang Yu published details from a source she calls Mr. X, a source who critically announced Zhang's arrest before Beijing did. Now, according to this account, on the evening of January 18th, Zhang and General Liu Junli, the chief of the Joint Staff Department, planned to arrest Xi Jinping at the Jingji Hotel in western Beijing. Now, apparently, Xi has no fixed residence. He moves around every few days to avoid exactly this kind of threat. But 2 hours before the operation, the plan leaked. Xi left the hotel, and when Zhang's advance team arrived, they walked into an ambush. Reports are that 9 of Xi's guards were killed. More than a dozen of Zhang's people were killed in the firefight. Zhang's wife, his son, and 30 of his staff were arrested within hours. Now, obviously, we can't verify all the details of the story. China's a black box. But what we can verify is this. Immediately after Zhang's arrest was announced, the General Staff Command System of the People's Liberation Army was suspended. All military orders now flow directly through the Central Military Commission via encrypted telegrams. The entire military was placed on level 1 combat readiness. Troop movements were frozen. Every officer and soldier was ordered to surrender their mobile phones, and armored vehicles appeared on the streets of Beijing. Now, that's not the response to a corruption case. That's the response to a mutiny. So what does this very clear power struggle mean for us? U.S. intelligence has long estimated that Xi wants the PLA ready to invade Taiwan by 2027. Again, that's according to U.S. intelligence. But here's the problem. Obviously, you can't prepare for the most complex amphibious assault in history when you've purged your army of its top generals and your entire officer corps is terrified of being arrested. And so a number of analysts believe that Taiwan is breathing a sigh of relief in all of this, that this dismantling of the PLA's high command does indeed suggest that Xi is not planning a significant military escalation against Taiwan anytime soon. Now, that said, and this is critical, the purge is designed to elevate a whole host of capable and loyal generals who may pose a greater threat later on. Xi is only going to be appointing those whose loyalty he is absolutely confident in. So Xi isn't backing down long term. He's clearing the field so he can install commanders who won't question him. That's more dangerous in the long run, not less. So where does that leave us? Well, right now, China's military is in a crisis. The command structure is gutted. The 2027 Taiwan timeline is very much in doubt. And Xi Jinping is consolidating power in a way that makes long-term planning at this point nearly impossible. So for Taiwan, this buys time. For the West, it's a warning. I mean, obviously, authoritarian regimes don't collapse on predictable schedules. They lurch from crisis to crisis until something breaks. And in Beijing, right now, it's pretty clear the cracks are showing.